All aboard!
This is Pelon and Chubby, episode 84. Back at it again with that good stuff. This week we talk about how it's either mental to go dental. Is your insurance coverage good enough? Pelon goes on a massive rant because he can't get the oral surgeon to do the same thing that the dentist does, or vice versa. Chubby just came off the success of his Spanish show and is ready to get on dance with a comedy dance party. It's all insane. We even pick up where we left off at. No, we're not going to make it until America says game shows don't need Pelon and Chubby. Maybe next year. This is Pelon and Chubby, episode 84. Doing what we do. Check it out.
Activate.
It's the Pelon and Chubby Show with your hosts Rick Salas and Guy Murray, talking about comedy and everything that crosses their mind. It's the Pelon and Chubby Show. And we're live.
Hello and good evening. Welcome to another episode of the Pelon and Chubby Show. I'm Rick Salas.
And I'm Guy Murray.
And we are Pelon and Chubby here every Wednesday. We started a little earlier today because I played hooky from work. I went to the dentist. I was just talking about it a minute ago. Went to the dentist, had the most horrid day of my life for the most part. But this whole week, this whole month, this whole year, I think has been pretty wretched.
Anti-Rick. It was anti-Pelon.
Everybody hates me. The man's holding me down.
Keep it down.
Yeah, you know, it's trying to get ahead, trying to stack some chips. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to put some dollars in
Come
the
on,
column.
my neighbor. Give me a
Yes,
chance.
give me the brother a chance.
Give me a chance. Anyway, we didn't even realize we were into the show, but we appreciate you being here. This is a Pelon and Chubby Show. We took a week off last week, but thanks for joining us this week. I know you were pining for the show 2 weeks in a row, so we had to bring it to you. I was telling everybody, if you're just joining in, we went out and got a brand new camera for the show. I tried it out. It sounded excellent, looked excellent. Everything was dialed in, and then I fried the fucker in 15 minutes. Completely gone. Toast. No camera. So we went back to old school. We got visual. It's a shitty picture, but it's there. And so my technical unsavviness, my rookiness, whatever you want to call it, I fried the camera. I should have left it in the box, handed it to Guy, and said, take care of this, right?
Yeah, I should have, could have. Better luck next time. We'll get it. We'll figure it out. We'll have it dialed in.
So I just let you know it looks amazing. It sounds like unbelievable. I mean, this sounds not bad, but it was unbelievable. So, talking about going to the dentist today. The reason I took off of work, I was at the dentist earlier today, and that was a whole month and a half of just misdirection, being lied to, false expectations, paying for things and not getting what you are due, all that kind of stuff. And then there's a little bitching and moaning at the job about how things are supposed to be done. And, they design things for the masses because in any business plan or whatever, you got to do whatever plan that is going to work for the majority of people that are there. Now, it's not going to work for everybody because not everybody is the same.
No, of course not.
But it should work for the masses. But then what you should do is, and I'm not telling you how to run your place, I'm just telling you that what you should do is adjust it for the best outcome for the company. And if people are giving you results, leave them the fuck alone. Leave them alone. Let them do their job. Obviously, whatever they're doing is working. Let them do their job. And that's all I ask, I ask a couple things from an employer. And I ask for the bare minimum. The roof, a phone, a computer. And then maybe cut a hole in the floor so I can take a shit if I have to. Or even a bathroom's okay.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be very comfortable right here.
Right. So the bare minimum. No, you don't have to buy food. You don't have to decorate the place all fancy. You don't have to have lights on. I'd probably do what I do in the dark.
All those plants and all that stuff.
Right.
Like, that's not for me.
And you can even put it in a rough part of town as long as there's a lock on the front door.
That stuff's not for me. I just need a place to do my thing so I can cut my check.
So just give me the bare minimum. I'm not asking you to do anything above and beyond. Just give me the bare minimum. And make sure the check's good.
Make sure the check's clear.
Right.
Yeah.
And leave me the fuck alone. Leave me alone.
You gave me a specific set of parameters. When you trained me, you hired me for a skill set.
I'm good. Let me work.
Make that shit work.
Let me work.
Come on now.
Let me work.
What's going on?
Let me work.
I'm
too old for somebody to be checking my drawers every 15 minutes. I'm not going to make a mess.
Yeah.
And if I do, I'll clean it up myself.
I got this. I didn't get this far in life without some bumps and bruises, but let me go to work. Let me show you how it's done.
I'll tell you, I used to have a hard time figuring out why people take that swan dive. I'm starting to realize or have a better understanding of why they do it sometimes.
Did you have a strange last week? We had so many things going on. We had a crazy dude on a overpass sign dressed. He was naked and he was in there just holding up traffic, dancing.
I saw a guy on the side of the road. He was so whacked out. He just had this huge smile. And he's looking at the traffic on the freeway, standing in the bushes.
He's going for it. He thought he was going to go for it. He thought he was going for it. God. It just seemed like the world was on its full tilt, man. I'm like,
did I tell you what I did?
What'd you do?
I signed up for this thing. And it's for, local news.
Okay.
And it has the, what do you call it? When shit happens.
Oh, the news blast? News alerts?
Whatever.
News alerts, right?
Is it news alerts?
I get news alerts from.
Is that what that's called?
KUSI San Diego, and I got one. And I don't know why San Francisco.
Here it is, right here. Local news, right?
Local news.
So anytime something happens, it flashes it up.
Yeah.
Dude, this guy looks like I know him.
Oh,
the guy in Carlsbad that's getting the 16-year-old
yes.
Yeah, he looks like I've seen the guy before.
Oh my gosh.
Michael Fangman, 47.
Oh, yeah.
Like he sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean, I know about his crime. I don't know him, but
but
he looks like a guy.
I saw the picture and I'm like, fuck, I know this guy. But I didn't say it very loud. I said it like that. I know this guy. Right. But
I don't want to get wrapped up on a guilt by association.
Like I don't really know him like that, but I kind of maybe I don't know. Yeah. No, I don't know the guy. I really don't. But so anyway, I've been getting this news break. I didn't realize how fucked up this is where we live.
Oh, it's bad. It's bad, man.
Like dead bodies everywhere.
Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
Oceanside had a body show up. The dude was doing stupid things though. He was taking selfies on the pier, and because causality, you fall and you can't swim. You're gonna
they
be washed
found
out.
a body over here behind Target.
The body by Target. Wow. The shooting.
Shootings, all the shootings.
Fuck, man,
all the. I mean, it's like every 15 minutes something pops up.
Yeah, on April 6th there was that. I mean, on June 6th there was that 15 North. The guy just plowed through and decimated all the northbound traffic. So
I almost wish I wouldn't have got this app.
It shows you the fear and depression, and it makes you feel bad.
Yeah, I thought Nextdoor was bad with all the missing dogs.
Nextdoor is bad. Nextdoor app. Hey, folks, don't use the Nextdoor app. I'm sorry. I mean, it's good to have those like notices and pop-ups, but at the same time, you're just breathing in culture of fear. Yeah. We're living in a cult of personality. No, just kidding.
So you got like, there's a dog.
There's a serious problem.
Well, every hour there's a dog.
Every hour is a dog, or there's a strange person walking down the street.
Right, and they give you instructions on, okay, you need to pull over right now and grab that dog. No, the fuck if I don't. That dog bites me, I get rabies. Oh, let's go ahead and give it a chance that it gets run over.
Overcross my boundaries.
I'm not going to do it. Anytime you do something like that, stop. You've heard the story. Oh, there was a couple fighting on the freeway, pulled over to help out, make sure she didn't get hurt, and then got shot dead.
Yep.
How'd that work for you?
Not good. Not good at all.
And the one that shot was the chick. The one that was getting beat down because you stopped to help her.
Yep.
So that's, what I'm, like, the Good Samaritan thing, maybe it works for you. Maybe it works for you. God bless you. I'm sorry, but I just don't like people enough to do that.
Yeah.
It's overcrowded as it is. Sorry about your luck.
Sorry about your luck.
Maybe your kids will have better luck.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Yes.
I'm just saying.
So solid.
I'm saying.
Yes.
Man, there's a lot going on. You haven't heard from the Orange Man in a while.
Well, he's they're possibly going to bring full charges, and they're going to bring Mueller back for testifying.
I understand all that, and I've heard it. I don't know how many times. How many times they've gone and somebody's tried to lay him away. Look, at some point you got to realize that that's Teflon Don, and he ain't going nowhere. So, and you can only cry wolf so many times, right?
True.
And maybe after 80 times of trying to take him down, maybe one will stick.
One,
I mean, are you going for the odds?
All they need is one to stick, And
then what are you going to do? Prove that he's a fucking scumbag?
Well, we can't. That's
all you're going to prove?
We can't prosecute a sitting president. Okay, protection. Got it. But if you indict him and impeach him in the House, you got to go.
Dude, you know that's not going to happen.
You got to go. If they,
know that is not going to happen. You can't. There's nothing.
So he won't.
Tried to do it to Clinton. Didn't work.
Clinton got impeached, dude. The actual articles of impeachment were filed.
Okay.
And he was impeached.
No.
In Congress.
No. Well, maybe. Okay. All right. Maybe they said, okay, we can.
Because when you lie to them, when you lie to Congress, man, that's all it takes.
Right.
And so you have to switch. I did not have sexual relationships with that.
Can't they just?
Can you define the act that I did not have sexual relationship? It was, and you lie to Congress, they're gonna get you.
But can't you?
Can you imagine Teflon Don opening his mouth and running that trap for like 3 minutes?
He's the. You remember A Few Good Men with Jack Nicholson and Tom.
Yes.
And who was that? Tom Cruise.
Cuba Gooding Jr., Jack Nicholson and
who was the attorney? I thought it was Tom Cruise.
Yes.
He's the attorney.
Okay, I'll
right?
get it. Yes,
yeah.
That's a yes.
And so you can't handle the truth, all that bullshit.
Right.
And then finally he just loses it. Why is it that always in court? Does that ever really happen? Like you push somebody to the point where you say that one word that they flip?
Yeah.
Yeah, I killed that person. Yeah, you got me. Okay. I mean, that is so like bullshit. Nobody's going to come out and say they did it. No, you're not going to fucking.
Here's the thing. Because
even Nixon. He resigned.
He resigned, but because he knew.
But everybody says that he was impeached.
Testify. He wouldn't testify. But all this unsurmountable evidence against him, man, it was just overwhelming. So I'm going to step down. I'm going to step out, right. And then it's just point proven.
But I was watching that movie. Have you seen that movie Vice?
Yes.
You saw it?
Yes.
The Dick Cheney thing?
The Dick Cheney story, which tells you a lot of compelling stories about.
But you see there that Nixon resigned.
Yeah.
He was to this day.
No. Everybody, no.
And he wasn't.
No, but you got it backwards on Clinton, though. Clinton was impeached.
He was?
Yeah. Article of impeachment. Articles of impeachment. You were alive. You were more perplexed by the blue dress and. Why does a woman keep a cum stained and not take that thing to the cleaner? It's horrible. It's horrible. Bring me another PC too. And so you guys can call into the show 760-565-3713, 760-565-3713. We'd love to hear your voices. Get your questions and then some input from the Pelon and Chubby show. We have a lot of things going on in development. Rick can definitely fry electronics. I try to keep him off of those things as we move forward with the show. And we're going to come back with a lot of... we're going to do a regular comedy series. We're going to go check out the Indian Joe comedy stand, What's So Funny, put on by Ask Jane Marie and her husband. As they're bringing comedy, we've got Jason Cheney and local legend going to be filling out a couple of Thursday night shows at a local brewery at Indian Joe's Brewing. So it's got to be a lot of different things going on. We got a regular comedy series. We're trying to keep North County wet. And then Pelon and Chubby comedy show series we're going to try to get that one going again. And the brew tour, because we're going to wrap some buses and we're going to do that. That's still in the works. Looking for donations, looking for contributors, and people that will actually want to see more of the Pelon and Chubby show. Patreon.podbean.com/Pelon and Chubby. Check us out on that website, Patreon.pelonandchubby.com. We'll be also coming out with our own website, and we'll be dual hosting once we get this camera fixed, if Pelon don't break it, as we add things and add to our equipment and a level of production. So we're looking for all kinds of input. But right now, we're willing to take your calls. 760-565-3713 and get to live the life fantastic with the Pelon and Chubby, man. Phone calls are very welcome.
Well, we did have somebody that wanted to call in.
Yeah?
Yeah, Carlos.
Oh, how is Carlos, man?
Carlos Pickens.
Mr. Pickens.
Anyway, so the keg just blew. That's all I could salvage out of it.
Ain't nothing good going on today, man.
Keg's dry.
You didn't bring me another PC.
Oh.
Damn.
That's Kathy's coming down in a second. She's going to bring a drink.
Ooh, bring it sexy.
We're going to we're going to hit the vodka now.
Oh, you got to bring the hot stuff.
We're going to graduate. We're going to step this show up a little bit.
All right. You had some gauze in your mouth earlier. Was that because
I did?
Yeah.
Because of the tooth, the bleeding. I'm a little bit of a bleeder, I guess.
Can't hold his mud.
So, yeah, crazy shit's going on. There's a new show, I guess, I heard about. You know the science guy?
Bill Nye?
No.
The other science
guy?
The
other science guy.
That's the only science guy I know is Bill Nye.
Something X Lee. Brian X Lee or something X Lee. Okay. Let me tell you who it is.
Damn, you got...
What is it?
A good spider web.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I thought it was glistening or...
I will tell you who this is.
Oh, look, another ticket order for the comedy dance party. Ladies and gentlemen, the comedy dance party is just 10 days away.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Another thing I'm not invited to.
You were invited. You weren't.
All right.
You know what? I got a lot of flack on that. You don't want to do urban shows, but then I throw a show and you're like,
no, I just give you shit. I really don't want to do it.
You don't want to do it.
No. I don't like working with black people. Tim X. Lee. He's a science, I guess he's an old scientist turned comic, whatever. Anyway, he does this place in Carlsbad, I think on Thursdays, called, and actually they've had, Andrew Orale was there with Billy Bonnell. Okay. It's called El Tajate, right off of Carlsbad Village Drive in Pio Pico. Okay. Pio Pico. Some Mexican restaurant. Is it? Oh man.
He can't handle his mud. Oh jeez. All right. Well, we won't bring that one up.
So yeah, he's doing that on Thursday. So Robert's going to be doing the show.
Robert Duchesne is doing the show locally on Thursday, and I guess that in the next couple of weeks he'll be in the area. We have pause for a slight station identification. But you guys, please call in 760-80... I was about to give you my own personal number. 760-565-3713. 760-565-3713. Pelon and Chubby on the air answering your questions and then getting you in the hot seat. Can you hang? Can you hang? Can you hang? Trying to get an update on Mark, if Mr. Ellis, how his presentation went. We had him in the studio a couple of weeks ago, and see if his presentation went over really well. Did he win the bid? Is he getting the financing he needs? And is he going to continue on? And also, what is going on? Oh, yeah, the Comedy Dance Party is on June 22nd. I'm taking off for a couple of weeks to take care of some other projects. And then I'll be back with the Comedy Dance League, the San Diego Comedy League, which has been good because the shows have been amazing. I got the headline at Barrel Harbor just this past weekend. And my first production Spanish show, Noche de Comedia, was seemingly a success. The comics was on point. I had hired some musical acts, and so those musical acts did not show. I had to negotiate out of the contract, and I'm actually glad that I did. Paid for the house sound guy and DJ, so I'll be able to probably do another show at that club and that location. It's just I got to make sure that my music is on point. As that's always a benefit of a great show is to have alternate endings, and that's a comedy. That's not a comedy club. So I took a nightclub, made it a comedy spot for the evening that was well received. The comics were hilarious, and the show was very full. And you did it again. Get your ass one over there. So we got, I've got a couple of things in development. Nice to be back and in the studio to cover your questions, to answer all your calls. Again, you can call in 760-565-3713. The Pelon and Chubby Show right here in beautiful downtown somewheres in California. If you know it's me and I'm close enough, I'll get to it. And I'll do whatever I can to get there. So give us a call. Actually, I got a double booking. Someone was trying to get a DJ at the last minute, a friend referral, and they were like, hey, can you do this day? And I'm like, cool. Is your budget? Yeah, cool. But then when I realized, I looked at the logistics, it's not possible, but I think I did hook him up anyway. I negotiated a DJ for him. So I'm a go-to guy. I'm quite resourceful when I need to.
Allergies.
Damn. That's bad.
Yeah. So you had your Spanish show, huh?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
It was well received, not well covered. But
you get people there.
I got people there.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Who gives a shit if it was a good show or not? As long as people show up, you always hope that it's a good show. But as long as people show up,
yeah, no,
because you could have the greatest show ever and nobody there to see it.
Nobody sees it.
Was it really a great show?
Right.
If nobody saw it.
Man, I held my own.
There you go.
As the host, opener.
There you go.
Got it through tonight.
Did they understand you? They got you?
Mm-hmm.
All right, good.
El gacho de noche. And I was just
DJ San Juan, what's up, dog?
What's up, DJ?
Watching from up there in Livermore, I think he is. Livermore, die-hard Warrior fan. He's got season tickets, I believe, the Warriors.
Damn.
And I'll tell you what, man. A lot of people are Toronto fans. They're, the Warriors are falling into that, how Cleveland was with LeBron, where they like every other team but him and his team. Whoever's winning, is like if they're winning too much, then so now we got all these all of a sudden Raptor fans. When nobody even knew where Toronto was.
Well, here's the deal. Here's my take on it, because I'm not a big fan of the basketball. I just watch it for the finals. I watch it for everything like that. But I'm not gonna get all crazy weird. I'm like, okay, how'd they get there? But it's the matchups. It's the team you buy in the front office. Is one player going to be able to make a difference or whatever? And it's like, if they do it as a team. Right now, it's people are pulling for Toronto because they don't want to see Golden State do 3 straight.
It should have been 5 straight.
It should be 5 straight, but they don't want to see them try to get another series because they're becoming untouchable and they're becoming the Patriots of basketball.
So what happens?
But what happens?
What happens if they pull this off
if the market is right, I'm saying it's not really big for basketball. It's not good for basketball to have such a dominant team.
They're making the most money they've ever made.
To have not the most dominant team like that. It's
Now, why aren't they a likable team? You got Steph Curry, super nice guy.
Yeah.
You got what's it called? The other half of the front court there.
Harden.
No. Fuck that guy.
Fuck Harden. Sorry, I didn't say that.
Thompson. Klay Thompson.
Yeah, Klay Thompson.
Very nice guy. Never says a word. If anything, he doesn't talk enough. Then you have, everybody hates Draymond Green, but how can you hate a guy that is like a yeoman, hustler, role player that didn't get drafted very high and that's proven to be one of the best players in the league? How can you not like that guy? Even if he's a little bit obnoxious and loud and whatever, he's just passionate about the game. Well, why can't you like a guy like that? And then look at Iguodala. The guy doesn't say a whole heck of a lot.
That's a player.
The guy's older, up in the years, and he's still bringing it. How can you not like a guy like that? And then who's the other one? Cousins isn't healthy enough to ever play for any fucking body. And then KD. I don't necessarily agree with the style of basketball and all that he is trying to bring to the rest of the team. I like the team play without him there, but as a fifth, I think he's a great player, and he can score. And if they would just, if he would just let Curry, direct the team, and just was the scorer that he is. I think, I like him. When he's trying to take over the team, I don't like him.
It's funny how that works out. It's
because that's not his role. He doesn't realize. Look, he is a great player, but he is not the superstar front name that he thinks he is. He is an excellent role player.
Yeah, no, I mean,
as a prolific scorer.
If your numbers are from assists and support, but not taking the team and picking the team up and putting it on your shoulder.
But is he a leader?
Not a leader.
I don't see him that way.
Nope.
And that's the problem when you're trying to take over a team and employ your way of basketball, but you're not a leader. That's not going to work. Mm-hmm. You're not going to get the respect that you need. They respect him as a great player, but they don't respect him as a team leader. And they like him. It's not a thing that they don't like him. It's not that I don't like him. We're just talking basketball. We're just talking dynamics of teamwork. There's people like that in the workplace, that aren't going to get along with everybody, but they're very good. They know their role. They play it. Uh-huh. But if they try and take over the company and have everybody like them, you got to shut the place down.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a matter of everybody being able to work. Jeff Papa Green, what's up, dog? So this is a Pelon and Chubby show every Wednesday night. We're here despite all the hurdles and obstacles that have kind of taken place this week. Today, I'm having a little bit of a difficult day.
He's having a tough time.
But I'll tell you what, the light wasn't on out there, and I tripped over something. I don't know what.
Was it?
Anyway, so, I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things where I don't want to accept it, but am I just getting old? Should I just surrender?
I've got certain markers that tell me if I am getting old, right. But I can't. And I don't want to admit it. I don't want to succumb to it. But it's like, damn, I'm too old for that shit.
So the oral surgeon today is asking me questions because he thought he was going to give me the dose, the nitrous, right?
Right.
So he's asking me all the health questions. And I seriously had to think about a couple of them. Like, he had me fill out this form. Are you in good health? If I want to be honest with myself.
Am I?
If I want to be honest with myself, no, I'm not. I'm not.
I got an answer for that question.
Right, but I say that, they don't do the thing, right? Mm-hmm. So we're in there talking, and he says, asking me all the health questions and all that. And he says, do you exercise regularly? No.
Well, define exercise.
Well, do you do any exercise at all?
I walk on a regular basis.
No. Somebody doesn't carry me, but yeah, no, I don't do any kind of extra exercise of any kind.
Here's what I will and won't do is I started drinking more water. I recognize the balance of that. I can't give up the coffee.
That's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
Drinking the water. Just drinking the water alone is a game breaker.
Yeah.
Right there.
Right there. And then I try to walk, you know.
Right.
So I started this new app called...
Opposed to what? Flying?
Crawling. Crawling's always there, you know. Crawling's always a capable, possible thing. But yeah, no, I've walked a walking distance and getting some steps in. So I'm trying to match a daily commitment of 6,000 steps.
So he asked me, he says, when you walk up a flight of stairs, are you out of breath?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
He's like, well, why? Because I'm fucking fat and out of shape.
I'm gonna be real. Let me be real.
I just told you I don't exercise at all. So yeah, I'm out of shape. I go up a flight of stairs, I'm out of breath.
So I'm not. I know I'm not going to be immortal. I know I'm not going to last forever. And I'm just looking at certain things that take me back. Things I have to meter myself on. Do I power through that burger, or do I just pace myself? You know.
So he's asking me these questions, and I start worrying about it. Like, what kind of procedure is this going to be? I thought we were just taking out one tooth. Like, you're asking me, like, let's take your blood pressure, let's take your blood sugar.
Yeah.
You know, can you shoot a load in this cup real quick? Like, what the fuck's going on? I'm getting a full-blown physical before we take out a tooth.
Because it's actual surgery. They have to...
The fuck if it was? But yeah, the guy did it 2 weeks before that, and he's like, are you breathing still? Okay, good.
Was it the same surgery?
No. The other guy was a regular dentist. And the technique was exactly the same. So I don't know what school this oral surgeon went to that qualifies him to be an oral surgeon.
I'm going to bonk you on the head. I'm going to distract you. Say, pop goes the weasel, and out it comes, you know?
But I'm like, dude, what the hell, man? You know?
Yeah, I'm gonna distract you. I'm gonna say, "Pop goes the weasel," and it's out. Bro. I'm gonna draw the string on the doorknob, and then I'm gonna say, "Look," and then I'm gonna slam the door, and out it comes. I ain't got to do no extracting, no surgery.
My favorite part is, you're gonna feel a little pressure. Fuck if I felt anything, dude. He shot me with so much shit I couldn't even feel the side of my face.
I like that, and you feel like your face is about falling off and everything, and then you just kind of get loopy, and you're like, oh, wow.
Yeah, that's the worst experience ever. You know when the doctor told you when you were a kid, make sure you brush and floss. Now I know what the fuck they were talking about. That's a good idea.
Here's the thing: because like. They measure, they do all the depth and everything, then they clean the shit out of it. Oh, and then we're going to put this little stuff in there. You can't.
Right.
You don't want to floss in that area for a week. I was like, damn, what are you putting in there? I got to protect. It's nothing. They just padding it, stuffing it in there.
So they said, we're going to do this laser shit.
Oh, the laser, that one blows my fucking mind because now... They're in there burning shit in your teeth, in your mouth, and it's like... So your insurance isn't going to cover the laser,
No,
right? $700.
Right. Whatever. So I told him, I said, listen, the reason the insurance company is probably not covering the laser is because it's bullshit. The laser doesn't even do anything. So the bitch stuck a flashlight in my mouth, and it was like, okay, we're done. I'm like, are you... I knew that was bullshit, man.
No, she didn't get the...
It was bullshit, the whole thing.
She did
fucking
laser?
They did a bunch of things like shooting shit between my gums, some treatment, whatever, and then like a blue light in my mouth. Zzz, zzz. I'm like, that's it?
Did you do the musical thing?
The what?
The musical thing.
What's that?
When they do the pictures and they take the depth of the gums and
they prick between your and they measure it and they yell out a bunch of numbers.
This was
and then some bitch from the corner said, "Bingo!" Like, what the
fuck? Number 15, right. 3, 5, 6. 4, 2, and it's like you want to get those threes, and you don't want that 5 and 6s.
Oh no,
no.
Oh, that's how much
gap, and your tooth is hanging out the gums like flapping in the wind when you whistle.
But you know who wants that? Like, that's measuring the gap.
Yeah, and you don't want a 6. You don't want no 6s.
How do you end up with them little tiny teeth and all that gums? Because those fuckers, I'm sure they wish, like, I wish my gums would recede.
Yeah.
Have you seen it? The girl looks hot. She's hot. She's looking at you, and then she smiles, and you see the little itty bitty teeth. You're like, what the fuck happened? Did somebody file those down when you were a kid? Or what the hell? She goes from like a 10 to a deuce,
Well,
like
see
quick.
But then you start thinking, well, wait, maybe she might be able to put that to work.
Those itty bitty teeth like that?
Little BJ ain't going to be.
Oh my God. She smiles and then she's got gums that are like.
More gums and teeth. Yeah.
Like if you, like, I'm sure you smiled that big in the mirror one time. You're like, holy fuck, is that me? Right? Wouldn't you know? Like, okay, whatever you do, don't smile that big in public.
I mean, you don't have to. You don't have to be Bruce from freaking Finding Nemo, but hello, matey, and you're just smiling all the time. Some people are not confident, and they don't.
Dude, if I looked in the mirror and I accidentally saw that big ass fucking gums right there, that's like that receding forehead. You got a receding gum line, right? And you accidentally smiled too big, and you see that in the mirror. Mm-hmm. The fuck if you're not gonna know, and you should be telling yourself, whatever you do, don't smile, don't smile, don't smile, don't smile. Don't let anybody ever see that.
Always cover it up, or always.
Oh my God,
cover it up.
And do they not know that that's not okay? That it's not cute?
Well, see, here's the thing, though. Again,
the little teeth aren't cute.
I don't like people that got big teeth, all teeth, and always.
Is that just a peeve of mine, or is that a common peeve?
I think it is part of the persona. I mean, perfect teeth and big teeth and little teeth. That does.
Yeah, like who's that tall fucker that's selling them wolf tickets? You are better than you think you are.
Oh, really? Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins.
He's got a set of
that motherfucker. I don't even know how he closes his mouth.
He's a big dude.
I think he had bigger lips put on so he could close his mouth.
He's a big dude. He's not a giant. He's not ginormous or gigantic.
No, but he has those qualities.
He has a large body.
Yeah, he has those qualities.
He's got a large torso.
I told you what happened one time, right?
Did you meet him?
Well, kind of.
Okay, I went to his boot camp. Right. I walked on the coals.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did.
You fell for all that bullshit?
When it was paid for by somebody.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, if you didn't pay for it, fuck it, I'd go too.
Run.
Because those are obviously, maybe you'd meet some chick there, some weak-minded chick that goes to one of those fucking things.
Those are the most empowered fucking women. They were so freaking difficult. No frailty, no empowered women know what the fuck they want.
How are they empowered if they're going to this schmuck fucking listening to what he's saying?
But they're on track with their empowerment. You can't. There's no room for M2 there. Them women fucking going forward and straight. They get behind me, man. I'm running across these coals. There was so much energy, so much power.
But I think I told you the story before. My cousin was working at Aviera at the golf course. He is one of the guys that cleans the golf carts. You know? And so we're going out to play around with him because we get to play for free. He gets us on free. And we go to the driving range, and we actually are walking through the driving range. And I look and I see this guy just fucking shank one after another. I'm like, oh my God, he's fucking horrible, right? But we're far away, so I don't know who it is. Uh-huh. And I'm walking with my brother, and we're getting closer and closer and closer. And I'm like, oh my God, hey, that's Tony Robbins. And I don't know why I didn't just stay in that whisper like that. But we're walking by, and as we're walking by, he just shanks one bad off to the right. I'm like, fuck, he's horrible. And I said it like loud enough where the whole driving range could hear it. That fucker turned around, and he looked like some kind of dinosaur of some sort with that big, massive fucking head he has. You know, have you seen it? This head?
What's up?
He has this massive head, and he looks over at me, and I swear he looked like he wanted to fucking bite my head off.
No way.
Yeah.
So we're picking up. We got an in-flight call on the line.
Tell me it isn't true.
What's happening? Who's this?
Foo.
Who? Okay.
Fuck you. Oh.
Who's it?
Mark.
Your daddy?
Your
Is this
mama?
Mark the blind guy?
Mark the blind guy.
Throw him on the microphone. Are we going to be able to hear him?
Is everybody else going to be able to hear him?
Depends if you talk straight.
Talk straight?
Hey, will those headphones pick it up?
As straight as a
you got them on there, right?
Yeah.
Throw that one on here. And then I'll be able to hear him, and the people will be able to hear him. We're doing it old school. Check it out. Sometimes you got to do shit different, huh?
Mark the blind guy.
Give us a microphone check. Whoa. Just put them around here. Both of them.
Microphone check.
You got it?
You got it?
Yeah, I got you now. I can hear it a little bit there.
You hear a little bit better?
There you go. All right, we got Mark the blind guy checking in from where?
From Beaumont.
Beaumont? The fuck you doing there?
chasing the rabbit,
What?
dogs, and fucking frying my ass off because it's 98 fucking degrees out here earlier today. Holy shit!
Where? Oh, Jesus.
Beaumont,
We are
yeah.
hot. Hey, where is Beaumont?
It's Beaumont, so we're just right next to the 10 and 60. So that's
That's in California.
It's in California.
Okay.
It's about.
Now, are you there on purpose, or you just fucking wound up on a bad trip?
Now he's breaking up.
Bordering San Bernardino.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Are you there on purpose, or just it's a effect of a bad trip?
Effect of a bad trip.
Is this a work release program?
Like you remember in the old days, you fried and then you ended up you're like, how the fuck did I get here? Where am I?
All moved ended up in San Bernardino.
Right. I mean, I don't think anybody ends up there on purpose, do they? Like they get out of jail or get out of the service and they end up in Bakersfield or what is it, San Bernardino?
San Bernardino.
And then they're like, fuck it, let's just set up camp here forever.
Well, they fed them, so.
Oh, fuck.
No, I'm at my girlfriend's house watching the dogs. The girlfriend.
Is this the same one? Hey, is this the one from Hemet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow, you guys are like
regular basis now.
Wow, it's been like almost a year, huh?
God.
No, 7 months. Don't.
He's counting. So it's been 7
Oh, how
years.
cute! He's in love. He's counting.
He's counting.
Yeah, that's cool.
What? How long you been married? He's like, I forgot.
Shoot, it's been a long time, bro. What? So what's going on? You out there and living the dream?
I'm actually getting ready right now because I'm going to Tahoe tomorrow to do the No Barriers Tapas Summit. So, you remember that game show I was a part of last November?
Yeah.
It's airing right now. Not my episode, but the TV series to tell the truth or consequences. Every Sunday, it airs.
When's your episode
And I
on?
think my episode's the 413th one,
Damn.
and it's September 1st.
Okay.
So we need to have a big viewing party or something.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that.
Hey,
Let people know.
hey, so when is it? September?
September 3rd.
I'm getting some weird noise.
September 1st.
September 1st.
Yeah.
All right. Of this year?
Of this year.
Oh, they're going to get that many episodes in?
It started like June 9th, and they do it every Sunday. So you need to premiere into that and watch it because it'll lead up to us.
Right. But how is it that they're getting 400 episodes in by September?
Oh, man, these guys are nuts, dude. Wow. They were doing like 2 months of recordings before everybody left for Thanksgiving, man. These people were they were beat, man. You could tell how much recording they did and set up. It was amazing.
So what is it that, I mean, are you allowed to talk about it, or you guys like?
I will tell you that I was an imposter out of the 3 contestants, and I was one of the imposters to the truth teller, and it's about as far as I can tell you.
All right. Yeah. So we auditioned for a show.
You auditioned for a show.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
And we actually kind of made it.
We're almost in.
Right? No, I didn't even tell you the bullshit.
No.
It's like the new Wayne's World.
Let me tell you the bullshit.
Okay, hold on. We got fresh off the phone.
It's called America Says on the Game Show Network. Right?
Okay.
So we're slated to tape sometime this month. We made it past all the interviews and all that stuff, so we're going on. Okay. So the guy calls me. I think it was on a Friday morning. Calls me and leaves me a message and says that this is very time sensitive. Call me back as soon as possible. I got great news. Congratulations. The producers or the network is ready to move and do whatever, right? So I call him back. He doesn't answer. I leave a message. He calls me back. I don't answer. I call him back. He doesn't answer. Anyway, we go back and forth all day long. So then I finally get a hold of him, and he's whispering in the background. So they must have been filming or whatever. And that's the last I heard from him. So I called him back, left a message. What's going on? Nothing. So maybe that was our chance right there, and we fucking lost it.
Oh.
I don't know. I got some weird noise here.
Wow.
But yeah, so I don't know. They told us the end of June we were going to be filming.
Well, then just give them a call. Make sure you check in with
Stay on him.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. But, they did all the shit where they're calling, and then it's like, probably they want us to be there the next day. Like, why can't you just, huh?
What do you do to get people to the podcast, send them dick pics. I mean, do what you got to do.
Right. But then there's like so many bullshit things that they were saying, like, you know, like, oh, you might not even get on the show. We have more teams than we need. So whatever. And so after a while, the guy talking, the producer, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't even know if we want to do it.
So,
but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I guarantee you guys will.
So September, what do you want to do? Hook up and have a little meet?
No, one of your little speakers is on the Truth or Consequences. So what? We better be on.
Right.
I'll just call we worked with and have you go up there and do that with them. Right?
So are you gonna come down to the show or what?
You know what? You send me the date and I'll tell you if I'm available.
You said September 3rd. It's your show.
September 1st.
September 1st? No, I'll be available for that one and stuff. We're having a big viewing party with the Blind Stokers Club, too.
Oh.
So that's going to be precise. The director call me and let me know.
Right.
But I'll send you a text message. I'm going up.
Where's that going to be?
I believe in San Diego or Carlsbad. We'll see.
Oh, Carlsbad sounds good.
Right?
Hey, this is what we can do.
What?
We can do a remote show from your viewing party.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me bring that to my director, and I would love to have you guys do a remote party down there at that podcast at the fucking show. That would be epic.
And the podcast that you were originally a part of?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just throw us a bone, Mark. I'm not trying to slide your flame and your fame, but Jesus Christ.
Come on now. What kind of pool do you have over there?
Good face.
My directors, he's talking. Here we go. This is how he got on the show originally.
Right.
Everybody knows me. I got so many followers. Mm-hmm. I'm the one that people think I'm actually falling asleep on the show because I was mumbling. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that guy. You know what the fuck? Everybody's like, what happened to Mark? Whatever happened to Mark? Fuck
Mark fell in love and fucking flew
man,
the
he
coop.
just leaves us, man.
Just flew the coop.
Little gash gets a boy hot.
It's gone.
Who
are these guys?
Who? Yeah,
what?
Maybe I can check with my producers. Check him out.
Everybody, you know what? Everybody's left us.
Right.
Jay the Holy Roller fucking left for hopes and dreams, selling life insurance.
Ropes and streams. Oh, he's not in the restaurant business no more?
No, I don't think.
He just got one. No. Well, dang it.
What's that?
You.
I'm here.
I can't hardly hear.
Damn.
He's going.
Can you let the program speak for you?
All right. So we're gonna keep on going with the show, but Mark the blind guy is chirping in from beautiful San Bernardino area.
Beaumont.
Beaumont. I hear it's just booming out there.
Sounds like Alabama.
I didn't know. I thought he was in Oklahoma. Look, so he's out there planting some seeds, and he's got a TV show coming up. We're gonna do a little viewing party with it's good we're a podcast.
You know,
so they're not gonna miss anything.
They're not gonna miss anything.
Right.
It's all audio, not visual.
Of the video.
Right.
All the attention.
Yeah. You can have somebody whispering. We'll have like somebody whispering in their ears what's going on the screen. No, it's good. It's good. Hey, it's good to hear from you, brother. I'm glad you're doing.
You too.
I'm glad you're doing your thing out there. And
my girlfriend's a chief inspector at Mark Air Force Base. Man.
Braggart.
Oh, nice.
Braggart.
We got to make sure these C-17s are built correctly and the house is cleaned correctly. Cups in the right spot. Dishes in the right spot.
Right. Sounds like she's been cracking the whip a little bit. You good?
Oh yeah, I want to be like you when I grow up.
Oh wow.
Fucker.
Yeah. Hey, good talking with you guys, though. Then.
Good talking with you, brother. Keep in touch. Call on the show anytime. You will always be a member of the show.
Definitely.
And we will. Hey, put that together. Let's do a remote in Carlsbad for all the blind bikers.
Blind Stokers stuff.
There you go. You know.
All right. Yeah. Well, that sounds like something we can put on.
I think I can write that off on my taxes.
Exactly.
All right,
I
dog.
hung out with blind individuals that day. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. All right, man. Good
Take
talking
care,
to you.
guys.
All right, later.
Bye.
All right, we got a little phone in from Mark, the blind guy. Yeah, I miss Mark, man. You know, every once in a while he'd bring in that little chunket of flavor.
He added value to the show. He added value to the show.
Even the snoring I didn't mind, you know? Yeah. Or the heavy breathing.
Yes.
It's not his fault.
No.
He has some nasal stuff going on. You know, shit like that happens when things like what happened to him happen. Does that make sense?
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah. So Rosemary Cabral is watching.
Wow.
Is that,
I don't know.
One of your tracks? No? Hey, Rosemary.
Hi, Rosemary.
How'd you find out about the show?
Welcome to have
We're
you.
glad to have you.
Definitely.
Yes.
Oh, come on, Padres.
Are you a Padre fan?
Represent your city, man. Support your city. Support local comedy. Support local sports.
I mean, I agree with that, but I'm a Dodger fan. I don't give a shit where I live.
Los Dodgers. So I like your Dodgers when we beat them. So that's all good.
Right.
Show you right.
So is there anybody left? Anybody left?
Hey, our phone works. Call in.
Oh, yeah, call in. Why not?
Peoples.
I got
I
lost.
wonder if he just happened to just call in.
Mark, well, obviously he saw that we're on, but he kind of threw me off I was on a roll there for a little while.
Yeah, you were. Sorry. I waited for a good break before I let him know he could talk, but he already was all ready to go.
Oh, was he? So you guys had that planned out?
No, I didn't. And he called in.
No, it's all right. It's all right. So, I got this. Rosemary where are you from? Give us your story. Type it in. You're trying to reconnect.
Call in.
No.
Get ready. So you can call in, Rosemary, 760-565-3713.
She can't hear.
3713.
Look, trying to reconnect.
760-375-3713. Here, Pelon and Chubby.
Did we get cut off?
Is it still moving?
Did we get cut off?
It's trying to reconnect. That's crazy. I love it when that happens. Technology.
We got cut off because we're on too long.
No, not even close. Not even close.
It still shows it's spinning.
Yeah, no, that's
Your
your little Wi-Fi.
We got the dude.
Man,
Even the ADT guy was here and he was setting up the system. He's like, "Fuck, your Wi-Fi is on fire." You guys have you got coverage over the whole house and like maximum.
I can't find a dead spot. That's what you want. You don't want a dead spot.
Right.
And you don't want no dead air on your podcast.
No. I don't know what's going on here.
And there's kids crying.
Is that you firing there?
Nope.
Firing the teddies?
Wow.
Is it on or is it not?
It's gone.
Is
it? No, I'm not seeing. Nope.
Well, were we on long enough? We're over an hour for sure.
Yeah.
And actually, there was decent content until Mark called. And that wasn't even that bad.
I see likes and loves out there. If you're still hearing and receiving us, we do appreciate you. I'm like, oh, yeah, no, it's still there.
Is it?
It's still there.
Then so what's going on with this stupid thing?
Whatever you were doing right now, though, that was on.
Shit. It was. They heard it?
Look, I can see you.
Oh, snaps. They heard it?
Nasty, man.
What?
Even the comment.
I'm wiping my nose.
Even your comment.
What?
It was good till Mark called in.
Hey, Mark always, the one thing about...
No, he did. He had value on the show.
Hey, that dude always knew I was going to give him some shit.
Yeah. I thought one day for sure he was going to choke you out, though.
You thought?
Oh, Lord.
So is that...
Yeah, we're active. It's live.
What?
It's real.
What's going on?
That thing's on crack. Don't have me edit too much of this out. That was good.
So do I need to do anything to that?
Yeah, leave it alone. We're still recording it.
I almost don't even want to touch the computer. I already fried the camera. So we got some eyeballs watching too.
That's great, and it's really good that we can come together, have a meeting of the minds, a higher consciousness getting together, and then we get a call from Mark, take us off the rails, and then our connection goes out. That's all
Come
good.
together
Right now, over me. So I was wondering, because I have my own proclivities here on things that are working, but how to make it better? We're going in the right direction. We're doing, consistently. We're trying to do
with what we got.
with what we got. We do with what we got.
I'll tell you what. The only thing that is going to help is an influx of a bunch of cash. That's the only thing that's going to help because we can get the equipment, our reach.
Right.
We can get guests on the show. I mean, just imagine if we had a couple of decent name guests on the show. Oh, that's what I forgot to tell you. So the guy on Thursdays that's doing that show, Tim X. Lee.
Yeah.
He is booking that Thursday show. So Duchesne's coming down. And
where's that show at?
This was nice.
Where's the show at?
Huh?
Where's the show at?
At L something or other on Pio Pico and Carlsbad Village Boulevard. Some Mexican restaurant over there. They do it every Thursday. Orale was there with Billy Bonnell. They're getting decent names. So, anyway, Duchesne's coming down. He asked Duchesne if he could do the show, but Duchesne, out of courtesy, he was going to do a show for us. Is it cool? He sent me a text. Is it cool if I do his show?
That's good. That's all I like that.
I mean, not very many people do that anymore.
No, I actually got shit about my Spanish show. I don't know what to call him. I mean, he's not. I mean, we're just friends, associates, or whatever. Luis Soltello from Comedy Palace. He runs the I Que Chistoso show. He's had Felipe a couple weeks, and he's just been running that same
Felipe
Esparza.
Oh, really?
Doing a Spanish show, the Culabano. So I do my first solo show, and I asked him originally before I even had the date, was he interested? Did he want to do something here in North County? He didn't reply, but then he sees my flyer and everything, and he has a meltdown. And then that gets to Benji. Benji sends me a text. He goes, I was kind of hurt too. You didn't even ask me. I was like, I'm pretty sure I did when the original own said. He goes, nope, or else you would have screenshotted. I was like, okay, so maybe I didn't do it in chat or whatever, but I'm sure I brought it up to you before.
Right.
And it was just one of those things. It's like, I don't have to check in with anybody to do a show. If I do business with you and we're gonna do things together, it's not we're gonna be locked at the hips for everything. Come on now.
So he called anyway or messaged me, you know what?
That's
I
professional
told him
courtesy.
you're all good, we're good. So I told him, how about this? How about when you do the Thursday show, come down Wednesday, be on this show. I'll get your room, you can stay here, whatever you want. But do this, and then you'll already be down here for the Thursday show. So there's a good chance, I'm not going to say positive, but there's a good chance that Robert Duchesne will be on the show here with us.
That'll be cool.
That'll be. I'll tell you what,
cool.
man.
I we crack up on this stuff. Sometimes we get into it on Facebook and everything. I'll be fact checking him or whatever. So,
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd sure love to have him.
So I think that'll be pretty cool.
And Vicky, once she gets back, said she definitely wants to come on.
Oh, you mean back to reality?
Well, no, she's doing some different things.
I'm never going to take away from her at all.
No.
But then remember, she said something about, us not being able to afford her or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Is fine. And she was trying to give us another way to pull this thing off.
Yeah.
But then she goes and does a couple of shitholes close by here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay.
But we can't, but they can?
Right.
Right.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Right.
Which, I mean, whatever. It's okay. I'm not knocking anybody, but I just like to point stuff like that out. And I know these are people that rode with you, so did we. We gave as much as we could,
Yeah.
And I remember when she came down there and wanted to do a little workout at the workout room.
Oh yeah,
there.
that's right.
That wasn't that long ago, baby. So no, we're happy for you. We're whatever, But throw us a little bone when you come back.
Yeah.
You know?
So that show that's at Indian Joe's tomorrow night.
Whose is that?
I don't know the lady, Jan
Oh,
Marie.
the clean comedy? Yeah, not interested.
I don't know if it's clean.
You said when you read the thing that it was clean comedy.
No, I didn't.
Somebody did.
I don't know. I didn't see that. So they got Jason Chaney, just a bunch of treads. And somebody's inquiring on my damn credit report.
I thought it was something good. Like you're looking at like somebody's talking shit to you that's watching the show. No, just another creditor fucking knocking on your door.
Looking on my door.
What'd you expect?
I'm black, man.
My buddy called me the other day. Angry Black?
Angry Black.
Perry?
Yeah.
So he calls me. I just remember the old days, man. It was so funny. Asked me, why doesn't things happen for me? Why? Is it because I'm black? Yeah, motherfucker. What do you think?
Well, see, I'm like, if you don't take chances or you don't put yourself out there, it's not going to happen for you. It's going to happen to you. And that's the problem with people and their motivation.
Right.
That's why they don't want to do things. They get safe and complacent on certain things.
I mean, I talk a little shit about that, you know, but whatever. And so after we talked about that, and he's like, "Is it because I'm black?" And I said, "Yeah." So then, anytime anything happened, he's like, "Well, why did the person do that? Because you're black, motherfucker. That's why."
Right. That's why. It's justification.
So that was our running like joke for like 10 years, man. Every time, and I don't know why he always fell into the trap, and why he even say anything to me, but he'd be like, "Why did that happen? Because you're black, motherfucker."
Just realize. Just realize I'm not using it as an excuse. I'm using it as the description and actual situation explanation of the situation.
Hilarious. So we're out in the backyard today.
Oh,
and we're talking. We're picking. We're picking
tomatoes.
No, we actually have some
strawberries,
apricots.
You got apricots?
Yeah, a whole bowl of them.
Wow.
Take some home with you. And the tree's still full. Anyway, we're back there, and I'm telling June, don't pick any because you don't know which ones to pick.
Oh, okay.
Because you don't know which ones are ready yet or not.
Right.
I'll hand it to you. You put them in the bowl.
Yes.
But him being the spawn of a dick, he's a dick also. He just starts smacking the tree and knocking them out of the tree.
If they fall, they must be ready to go.
So I'm telling him, I'm like, hey, chill the fuck out, you know? Right? And, stop. Anyway, he looks at me and he says, I'm not liking you right now.
Wow.
And then you know what he says? He says, you're a dumbass.
That's kind of tough.
Right. 5-year-old kid looks at me and says, you're a dumbass. I said, I appreciate that, son. Thank you for those kind words. I'm just trying to be more like you, son.
Okay, so what's so funny? Comedy night at Indian Joe's. Jason Chaney, Raymond Montoya, Johnny Herrera, Mr. Sweet Tooth, and Wally Wong.
When is Wally Wong?
Wally Wong. So Bob Murphy popped in. He goes, "Whoa, Wally, really? Where's he been?" I was like, "Damn, if Bob Murphy is calling out somebody, I haven't seen Wally in a long." Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, that's our time here. I'm probably going to go check it out. It just seems interesting.
You know what? I might go just to see Johnny Herrera, man.
Yeah.
Johnny Herrera was a very good interview on the show.
Was one of the top, and is still one of the top the podcast shows.
So, when is this?
This is tomorrow at Indian Joe's.
Shut the front door.
At 8 p.m., they say.
So I was going to check
Doors open at 7.
I was going to check out the show
But the other one,
Carlsbad.
is that tomorrow, too?
That's also tomorrow.
Oh.
So I might split time between the two.
Hey, good to see you.
Go
see
there
Robert.
For a minute.
So was that Robert Deshane?
No, I don't know who's there tomorrow.
Oh.
I don't even see it anywhere.
That's what I'm saying. Where?
So maybe if you pull up the place.
I guess we'll have to go right there to their site or some shit.
I don't know. Maybe it's not even. I don't know. Tim.
I know all shows don't happen on social media, but at least if you're on the scene or if you're trying to gain some sort of public awareness or local draw, unless they've already got everything else figured out. That they have a regular crowd.
Well, that's the problem with a lot of the shows, man. Like
some of them get too much coverage.
But here's the thing: they'll run them, you know, for a little while. They'll get people to go, you know, and the person will get paid. But then
make a little bit of dollars, and then they start. Yeah, they don't keep promoting
and then the thing dies out.
So that's kind of not what happened with us, but that's not what happened to us.
No, the fucking thing never even started.
Yeah, the location.
The thing never started, then they sold the joint.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, and then they wanted me to jump through hoops just to get the show back in there, and I'm like, fuck off.
Yeah. So thank you guys for checking out the Pelon and Chubby show.
So here's the dude.
Tim X. Lee.
Tim Lee.
You said he was a science?
Nerd comedy night.
Oh.
I think he does a comedy night at, right here. El Tejate, Carlsbad at 7 p.m. $10 for tickets.
On a Thursday. Billy Bonnell?
Billy, yeah.
Well, I'm out.
So I don't know, man. I don't know who's there this week. I don't know. It doesn't say.
Well,
I don't know.
What else? Let's do a sign off.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for joining us. Tune in next Wednesday. It'll probably be at the regular time, 8 o'clock. Hopefully we'll have the camera situation all figured out. I'll try not to blow up another one. So we watched a bunch of videos trying to figure it out. I don't think we found out anything any different than we already know. So, yeah, just tell your friends to tune in, have a little watch party at the house. You know, tell them, what do you do on Wednesday nights? We watch the Pelon and Chubby show. We listen in.
And it was like, yeah, fucking Pelon and Chubby.
Yeah.
We want that enthusiasm.
Yeah, man. So next Wednesday, we'll be here. Same spot, Pelon and Chubby studio, here in Califas. Don't get the license plate, though. Check it out online. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
So until we see you again, see ya.
Good night, everybody.